Hi, Sitting at the desk for hours can lead to all sorts of aches and pains and discomfort. In this video, I'm going to share with you 7 quick stretches, and these stretches with these stretches you will be able to stay comfortable, focused, and energized. Hi, welcome to Stress Out Stress Free. If you haven't met yet, my name is Vincent Woon, where I help people like you stay stress free by changing one habit at a time. There we go. All right. Today we're going to be focusing on 7 stretches to prolong from 7 stretches for prolonged sitting. How many of you sit a lot? Put down in the chat. Let me know. Oops. How many of you sit a long time? Have spent a lot of time, many hours on the computer, or basically sitting doing stuff on the chair a lot? Put in the chat. Let me know. All right. I'm going to go through the stretches right now. First stretch is what you want to do is want to stretch your neck. The neck stretch is important because why? It helps to release tension on the neck muscle and also tension in the neck muscle, right? Which can become really tight and painful from prolonged sitting. By stretching the neck, you can improve the circulation and reduce the headaches and prevent neck pain too. All right, how do you do the neck stretch? Let's dive right into it. Let's do this neck stretch. First, you want to put your hand. Basically, I'm standing now, but if you want, you should sit down, sit up straight, right? I'll put your right hand to your left shoulder, and then what you want to do is you want to move slowly your head slowly to the right side, and you want to push your shoulder down with your right hand. Okay, just right hand to your left shoulder. You want to move your head towards the right side slowly. So I'm going to push it down, and then we're going to start moving slowly. There you go. If you can, you doing along with me, and you can feel the stretch. Push the shoulder down and then stretch. Hold that for about 5 seconds. And then you want to come back, relax. Okay. You want to do that, repeat that for the opposite side now. So basically you're going to do 3 times, 5 seconds, right? Let me do second time. Push the shoulder down, and then you want to stretch. Every time you do that, you come back and just stretch a little further, right? Push down and then stretch a little further, and can feel the stretch back there, and help loosen up the tension. 2 times. Okay, come back, and then next time you can put your hand on your shoulder, and then you're gonna stretch slowly. Now you move a little bit further. So you do 3 times on each side. Let's go to the other side now. Put your hand on your right shoulder. Push it down, and then you want to stretch. Move your neck slowly towards the left side. Ooh, feel the stretch. Okay. One more time. Come back. Put your left hand on your right shoulder. Push it down, and then you stretch. 2. One more time. Hand down on the shoulder, right shoulder. Stretch towards your left side slowly, and every time you do it, you try to go slightly further, and you feel the release on the neck. Okay, that's stretch number 1. And now that we loosen up the neck here, we're going to loosen up the shoulder a little bit, and then we're going to loosen up the neck part, right? So we're going to do a neck rotation. Neck rotation. When you do neck rotation, it helps improve the mobility and also flexibility and release tension. Of course, when you spending too much time on sitting down, staying on the computer, the tension is always there. What you want to do now is to do the neck rotation. You want to just slightly. We start with the left side first, right? You're going to start slowly towards. You want to do a circle, but move it slowly. Okay. Actually, no, don't do a circle first. First, you want to do turn to the left first to stretch. Hold for 3 seconds. And then come back. And then turn again one more time. Try to, every time you do it, you try to go slightly further, right? Turn to your left. Hold it. And then come back 3 seconds, right? One more time. Now you can move a little bit further. Hold for 3 seconds. And then come back. And then what now you're going to do is to the right side now. Take a deep breath. Turn to the right. Hold for 3 seconds. Breathe out. Come back to the front. And then go back to the stretch again to the right. Each time you want to do, you want to turn slightly further. And of course, you don't want to hurt your head. Make sure you can stretch as much as possible, but not hurt yourself, okay? Come back again. And then to the right one more time, last time. Hold it for 3 seconds. Okay, come back. Now that you have slightly loosened up the neck here, now you want to do the circle, right? So we're going to start the same thing. You're going to just do slowly, maybe count of 5 maybe. So let's go to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, I lie. Okay, so basically you want to turn slowly. So, depending on how slow you turn, right? Okay, same thing again. 2, 3, 4. You want to stretch a little bit more. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So every circle, every time you move around, you want to stretch further and further and further. Okay? I'm going to do one last time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. As you can see, as I move around, right, the turn around, it becomes slightly bigger and bigger. Why? Because you loosen up the tension over there. Okay, let's go try. Let's do the right side now. Same thing. You just want to go start slow. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Actually, I hear some light pop on my neck. So it's possible when you do the rotation, you will feel your neck will pop. Okay. All right. Let's do one more time. 2, 3. Now you try to stretch a little bit more. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Okay. Just I feel another couple minor pop. Okay. Let's go one more time. Now we stretch a little further. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. Basically, also a couple more minor pops. So mini pops is good. So what you want to do is you want to do maybe if you have time, or if she's still tight, you do about maybe about five rotation and see how it is. If not, you can do slightly more too. It's basically up to your pain tolerance and how you feel. Okay. All right. Now that we relax the shoulder, the neck. I mean the neck. Relax the neck, bottom part of the neck, and then we relax the top part, the middle part of the neck. We're going to move to the shoulder. Why is it important to do the shoulder stretch? It's important because it helps release the tension, right? And which when you are on sitting too long, your shoulder can be tight and painful. So what you want to do is when you stretch it, what happens? It helps improve your posture and reduce pain and help prevent you from hunching, right? Okay, this one is pretty simple. You want to sit up or sit up or stand up is fine. Make sure your body is straight, right? And what you want to do is just put your hand. Let me see if I can show. Change the. You want to put your hand. Okay, all right. You want to put your
Now you
hand
want
like.
to loosen up or stretch your lower
Oops.
back. You want to put your ankle, opposite ankle to the.
Oh, okay. That's the other one. But I think what happened is I put the. Let me just take that away. I dropped a video there just now. That's what happens. Okay. Anyways, you want to put your hand, relax here, on right by your, just relax, right, or right by your above your stomach on the solar plex, and then you want to lift your shoulder up, like such. Let me show you from the other ankle, the other side. So you want to put the hand here, and then you go up. Basically, you're moving your shoulder. All right, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So you want to do it for about 3 minutes, or count of 10, and then 3 times. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think my camera is crooked. That's why it's little. Yes, my camera is crooked. All right, that's why I'm a little crooked too. All right, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Basically, just relax your hand and then just lift your shoulder up, down, okay? So you want to do that for 10 times, a count of 10 for 3 times. All right. Now that we loosen up the shoulder, we want to loosen up the wrist, right? Why do we need to loosen up the wrist? So we're going to do the wrist stretch. So in order to, why do we need to do the wrist stretch? Because it helps with the relieve the tension from your wrist, in your wrist, and when you become sore and painful from long time typing and also using the mouse. And when you do the stretches, it helps reduce the pain and improve circulation and prevent carpal tunnel. Okay, all right. So I'm going to just okay, you can see it. Just put your hands straight out front like this, straight in front of you, and then bend your wrist a little bit. Okay, bend your wrist a little bit, and then what you want to do is just want to push it back towards you. Push your fingers towards you. Okay, put your hands straight out, and then you want to push your put your hands straight, bend your wrist, and then push it towards you. Push the fingers towards you. Okay, you feel the stretch? Yep. Hold that 1 second. 2, 3, 4, 5. Feel it, right? Good. All right. Then you want to reverse the other side too. You want to raise your hand up. That means palm away from you, but then your back of your fingers pointing, looking at you. Okay. So you want to lift that up. If your palm up facing opposite side, and your hand, back of your hand facing you, and then you want to just push your hand backwards towards you. Okay, you feel the stretch? Yep. So do that for like 10 count of 10, and then do that 3 times, and depending on how you feel. Okay, if you think the tension is a little less now, then good. Do then you're okay. But if you need to do more, just do more. Let me show you on the other hand. On the right hand, put your hands straight out forward, and then you want to put the wrist down, your hand pointing to the floor, and you want to push your wrist towards you. Okay, you want to push, and then push your hand forward, and then pull the wrist towards you. Okay. If you want to get a better stretch or more stretch, what you can do is make a fist, and then push it back. You will really, really, really feel it. right? Okay. All right. There's one more way you can do it. Is what you can do is same thing too. Put your wrist out, right? But then instead of pushing your hand with the other, pushing your wrist towards you, you interlock the thumb, both thumb, and then pull it towards you. Pull the let's say your left hand is out, right? Left hand is out with your your hand pointing down, okay? Left arm is out, wrist pointing down, hand pointing downwards toward the floor, and then you hook your right thumb to your left thumb, and then what you want to do is you want to pull it towards you, and you can feel the stretch. Feel it? Yep. And vice versa too. You can do. Then you can lift your same thing. You lift stretch your hand out. Put your palm up. Put your hand upwards. Put your palm facing away from you. Fingers, back of the fingers pointing at you. Now you want to same thing. You want to interlock your right thumb to your left thumb, and then you want to pull your left thumb backwards, and you can feel the stretch right there too. And then you can feel the opening on the thumb itself. So you can do that both sides. Same stretch. You can repeat it for the count of 10, 3 times, or if you need more, just 2 more. Okay? All right. Now that we loosen our neck, both sides of our neck, we loosen out our shoulder, right? And then we loosen our wrist. Then what we're going to do is we're going to do a chest stretch. How do you do a chest stretch? Put down in the chat, let me know. How do you normally do it? Put down in the chat, let me know while I get ready. All right, usually when you do chest stretch, right? I basically interlock my hands, my fingers at the back of me, and then I lift it up. But today I'm going to do slightly different. And 1 second, let me just put the mic down a little bit. Oops. Okay. Okay, right here. So you want to sit down, make sure your back is straight, and very simple. Sit down, make sure your back is straight, and then you want to make sure your back is on the behind of the chair. I have the stool here, so just stand behind the stool, and okay, make sure your back is behind the stool, and then you want to basically open up your hands and just stretch backwards. Open your hand maybe like 45 degrees. 45 degrees downwards, and then you want to open up. Okay, let me just show you from on the other screen. All right. Basically, this will we will look like this. Opening up your hand 45 degrees down like this. So you're opening up the tightness of the chest, right? Okay. Why do you need to stretch the chest? Because it helps to release the tension on the muscle, and it becomes tight and painful after a long time of sitting, and then what happens is you ended up with a rounded shoulder. So by doing this, by stretching it helps improve your posture and also reduce shoulder pain and prevent you from hunching, right? Once you do this, once you do the stretch, you can feel like, I'm ready to fly. I believe I can fly, right? Okay. All right. Now that we've done that, we loosen out the chest. What's next? What do you think we should do next? Put down in the chat. Let me know. Okay. This one. So we move from the neck, and then we do the shoulder, and then we do the wrist, and then we do the chest, right? So we're loosening up the top part now. Of course, you're going to move down to the bottom part, right? Bottom part. So what do you want? How do you now you want to release your hip area? Why is it important to release your hip area? Why is it important to do a hip stretch? Well, again, same thing. It helps to relieve tension in the hip flexor, which can become tight and painful, right? With, of course, from prolonged sitting, and that's what happened. And with this stretch, it will help strengthen the hip and thigh and improve your flexibility too. So how do you do this? All right, this is the one that I have to go to the video. All right.
You put your hand on the side.
Nope, not this one.
And
all right, let me just get the video out because it's hard for me to show you, move the cameras around, and my wireless mic is not working too good. So I'm going to show you. Okay, this is what you do. You put your hands, sit down straight, right? Hold your hand on the back of the chair, on your seat, and then you want to sit up straight, and then look at me, like you lift up your knees as high as possible, like you're marching. So you go up, down, up, down. So you want to stretch as high as possible so that you look like you're marching. And what that does is that helps strengthen your thigh and your hip and thigh and help improve mobility. Let's see one more time.
you want to hold and march like.
Yeah, you hold and
You
march.
want to lift your knees up like marching.
Okay, I think I got the other one. Okay, basically hold the bottom of the seat, right? Sit up straight, and then you want to lift your knees up as high as possible, like you're marching. Okay, basically you want to do that you do 5 lifts with each leg, and then you want to repeat on the other leg too. So basically 5 times each side. Of course, if you want to do more, go ahead, do more. All right. Okay, now that we're done with that one, let me just take that away. The next and last one will be working on your low back. So that now that we went from the neck, shoulder, chest, and shoulder, chest, and then what else? Neck, shoulder, chest. Oh, the wrist, and then we did the hip, and now last but not least, we need to stretch the lower back, right? Why do we want to stretch the lower back? Once again, because you're sitting down all day, you want to release the tension on your lower back, which is painful and tight, right? And by doing that, you increase circulation to improve the circulation to the area and reduce back pain. And this will prevent you from back stiffness. Okay, this technique is pretty simple. A lot of people, you can do that lying down, but I'm going to show you this one sitting up. Why? Because you will be sitting on the chair all day long, right? Because that's what we're doing. If you're spending too much time sitting down, maybe you want to do this. Okay.
You put your hand on the side.
Not this one. All right. So we're going to. Is this the one? Yes. Okay. So you want to sit up straight again. You want to put your ankle to your knees. Either way, either side is fine. So you want to put your ankles to the opposite side of your knee, opposite side of the opposite leg of the knee on the opposite leg, right? This is how I say it. Right? 1 second. You want to put your ankle to the opposite side of the opposite knee. Okay. So you want to do it's like a figure 4, and what you want to do now is sit up straight, and you want to lean forward. When you lean forward, you feel the stretch on your lower back. This is the side view now I'm showing. So when you lean forward, you stretch the lower back. Okay. Let's go back to the. All right. Let's go back to the front view again. Okay. So you want to put your. Let's say you starting with your left ankle. You put left ankle to your right knee, on top of your right knee, right? So it looks like a figure 4. And what you want to do is you want to sit up straight and bend forward. When you bend forward, you first of all, you bend forward, your hip is moving forward, and then you stretching, you stretching the your lower back muscle. All right. Okay, and let's look at it sideways. You want to put your left ankle to your right knee. Looks like a figure 4, and then you sit up straight, and then you lean forward. When you lean forward, you are stretching your lower back muscle. All right. There you go. Oops. Okay. Basically, stretching is important for those of us who sit a long time, and when we spend too much time on a computer, to prevent all this tension and pain, you need to do regular stretching. And with regular stretching, it can help improve your posture, flexibility, and your overall comfort too. Like what I always suggest, you always take every 50 minutes, you're spending, even if you're not sitting down or you're doing work, every 50 minutes, take a break. So if you're spending most of the time sitting down, every 50 minutes, you take a break, right? And do one of these stretches or do all of these stretches. So basically, takes like maybe I explain. Let me see how long it takes. I explain maybe 20 minutes to do all these stretches, right? Because I repeat again, I show you how, right? So basically, pick 1 or 2 or do all 7 of these stretches, and then what you do is you loosen up your neck, your shoulder, your hands, your wrists, and also your lower back. And then what you can do is go back to work, right? And you feel all charged up and ready to go and more focused. And if you're not sitting at the desk, still do the same thing. Why? Because after every 50 minutes, take a break, and take a break meaning stop spending time on the computer, stop doing whatever you do, just walk away and come back. What that does is that help re-energize you and help you refocus. So when you come back, you are more focused and you get more work done. Okay? All right. Let's see. Yep. Basically, just incorporate that. Let me just go summarize what we did just now. Okay. First, we did the next stretch, right? Basically, you turn to the left, turn to the right, turn to the left, turn to the right, right? No, not that one. That's the second one. That's the next rotation. First, we do the next stretch. You put your right hand on your left shoulder, and then you push your shoulder down, and then you stretch your head slowly stretch towards the right side. Then you switch, do that. Then you switch, right? You do that 3 times. 5 seconds, hold for 5 seconds, do that 3 times each side. And then we did the neck rotation. Neck rotation, first we start with turning to the left and hold, come back, and then 3 times, also 3 times. 3 times to the left, and then back, and then to the right, and then back, just basically sideways. But then we do the left rotation, the whole head, the whole circle. We did whole circle. So as we start slow with the first one, and then when you do the second stretch or second rotation, you do slightly exaggerate a little bit, slightly bigger, and what your goal is to reach out more and then to loosen up all the tightness there. Okay, and then you do the same thing on the right side. You start out slow, rotate slowly, and then you stretch a little bit more, and then a little bit more. As you do, you can feel or hear some micro adjustment or micro pops in your neck, which is okay. All right, that's how you get the adjustment too. But you do it slowly, and you still get adjustment, right? Okay. Then next, after that, we did the shoulder stretch. We just basically put your hand, relax on your chest, and then you lift up your shoulder down. Lift up shoulder down. Lift up shoulder down. You feel the shoulder up and down, up and down, and you loosening up the tension off the shoulder. Okay. Of course, why? Because you're spending too much time sitting down, and your shoulder always should probably get rounded up, and this will help you have a better posture and also reduce shoulder pain and prevent you from hunching. Okay. And then we went to the wrist stretch. You stretch with the wrist. Put your hands out. Stretch your arm out. Put your hand facing down. Yes. Like drop your hand down. Your finger facing the floor, and then you push your hand towards you to stretch the wrist. Okay. And then I told you to do. I challenge you to make a fist, right? And then push back and see the difference. Is when you make a fist, is a better stretch and it's slightly more painful. And then I also show you with the to hook the same stretch. You put your arm out, fingers point, your wrist bend down, and then your fingers pointing the floor, and then you want to hook your left thumb to your right thumb, and then you pull backwards, push it towards you again, and you feel the stretch. That will give you a better stretch and a more powerful stretch, I would say. And then you want to put your palm facing away from you, and the back facing you. Same thing. Push it up. Your wrist. Move your wrist up, and then your palm facing away from you, and your back of your hand facing you. Same thing. You want to hook the thumb, both the left thumb to your right thumb, and then push it backwards, and you can feel the stretch too. Then we went to the chest stretch. Sit down straight, and then you want to open up your hand about 45 degrees facing down, right? 45 degrees facing down, like it's like Superman and flying instead of 90 degrees. Or instead of 90 degrees, just put out 45 degrees, and it's like flying. And what happens is you open up the chest and loosen up the tension, and also good for your posture. Then we went to your hip stretch. Hip stretch. What we did was we sit down on the chair, right? You want to grab the bottom of the chair with your arms grab on the bottom of the chair, or bottom of your seat, not your chair, the bottom of your seat, right? And then you want to lift your knees up, like you're marching. Lift your knees up, like you're marching, right? So you do that about 5 lifts. Lift 5 lifts. Lift your 5 times your legs up 5 times on each leg, and that will help loosen up your hip area and help the flexibility and improve your flexibility and strengthen your hip and your thigh. Then last but not least, we did the lower back stretch. That's when you sit down again. You want to put your left ankle to your right knee. Then what you will see is like a figure 4 while sitting down, and you want to not bend forward. You want to sit up straight and bend a little bit forward, and then you to stretch your lower back. Then you repeat it on the same the other side, same thing. Okay. That you can do like 5 times, or actually that one you can do count of 10 and then maybe 3 times. Okay. All right. So basically, the repetition doesn't matter because it all depends on how you feel and how tight is your situation, or how much pain you have in your situation. So if it's painful, if it hurts, don't do it. If it doesn't hurt, it feels good, do a little bit more. Do a little bit more each time. So it's basically totally up to you. Okay. All right. Basically, that's all I have for today. Let me see. Let's go to the chat and see if you have any questions. If you have any questions, please put down in the chat so we know. And if not, or you're watching after the live, you can also put the questions in there. I will always answer the question. All right. Let's see. Yon, we're here. Very helpful, very useful. Thanks. All right. You always come at the right time, Yon. Hi, Steel. How you doing? You made it here. All right. Yeah, it's cold. It's cold over there, right? It's cold in New York too. It's freezing out there today. Today my apartment window was like shaking all day. The wind is incredible. It's like it's too windy. I didn't want to go outside, but it looks outside looks sunny and everything, but then it's cold. All right. If anyone have any more questions, please put it down. All right. Okay. No questions. Very good. I think hopefully I did a good job. All right. Thank you very much for watching. All right. Thank you for spending the time. I appreciate you spending your time with us. If you like this video, you can always please share it with someone you know, and you think if it's helpful for them, just share it with them, share it to them. And if you really, really love it, or you really, really want to really love it, you can want to help us out or help support us, you can always go to buymeacoffee.com/Vincent Woon, or you can always go to, 1 second here, let me just adjust that. You can always go to Press and Soul /stress out stress free. We have all merchandise there. You can go ahead and help us there. And I'm going to put the link up here so that it's easier for you, or you can go ahead now, go down to the description below, and you will see the link there too. Okay, and of course you can always support us by clicking the link down here, super chat us, super thanks us, and that will be helpful too. All right, I thank you very much for watching, and don't forget to stay stress free by changing one habit at a time. And I see you in the next video. All right, you can also contact me at Stress Out Stress Free in Facebook, Stress Out Stress Free in Instagram, Vincent Woon in Twitter, and also in LinkedIn. And I see you in this next video. And 2 videos are going to pop out here after the fact, and out here after the fact. And go ahead and watch the video. And I see you in the next video. Don't forget to click the like button to help support us. So that will be helpful. Thank you very much.